And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the Italian Zerg player, we have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the German Zerg player, the red Zerg representing Shopify. It is Lambo. We go. Again, Lambo showcasing a more unique build, showcasing Burrow last game against Maru, where he was able to be a little bit more efficient with his roaches. I was a little bit concerned that he wasn't able to do enough damage early on, but he was able to get into the mid game, hit once again with a stronger timing, catch Maru with his pants down with his more exposed bases, and give Maru a very hard time claiming a fourth. Hard time. But here we go. For now, we're settling in to have our openers, slight variations here and there. We had Lambo going for a 15-15. Meanwhile, Reynor going for a more standard opener himself, just hatch gas, or I would assume just hatch gas pool. Yeah. So standard hatch gas pool out of Reynor. Lambo instead going 15-15. So this means that late gases out of Lambo, higher chance that Lambo skips link speed and goes into 2-base roach, or just 2-base play. That's a bold move on Ruby Rock, is what I will say. Bold move. So just kind of to step into it a little bit here, in ZvZ, because it's the mirror matchup, of course, there are certain kind of openers that lean towards a different direction because of how they open up. So we did mention already, Lambo has late gas. His gas is very, very late in comparison to Reynor. So there's going to be a window in time where if Lambo invests into link speed, there's going to be a window where Reynor has link speed and Lambo doesn't. Because of that, Lambo cannot defend his third base. He cannot defend his third, not with late link speed. So because of that, we should be seeing a wall here at the natural. Lambo should be playing 2-base instead. And as you mentioned, he should be going either into 2-base Roach or 2-base Muta, or he could go for a 2-base Link Flood all in and try to hide link speed and hide his links and try to catch his opponent off guard. So there are options here available with how the gas is spent. Now, link speed is on the way. That's interesting to me. As I mentioned before, this link speed, it may be the case that Lambo stays on 2 bases and makes it look like he's going roaches, and then bam, showing up with just a wave of links. And you can see here, yep, he's fully walling up his ramp, make sure there's no scouts. Reynor claims a third, which is what we expect to see. Reynor went for a standard build, so he needs a third base. Meanwhile, Lambo is intentionally staying on 2 bases. As we mentioned before, he cannot defend his third. And he should be skipping link speed. But he's not. So we should be seeing Lambo bank up links. We should be seeing him bank them up for a link flood. Now, Reynor's doing the correct thing. Because Reynor sees that there's no third base, in his mind, it should be 2-base play and 2-base Roach or 2-base Muta, and this should not be link speed, as we've been trying to emphasize. Like, link speed should not be here. Because of that, there's no Baneling Nest. Intentionally so. Reynor's like, I don't need a Baneling Nest. He's not making Zerglings. He's going into Roaches. So it'd be a waste. It'd be inefficient to get a nest here. That's why Reynor's skipping the nest and going into a Roach Warren. Meanwhile, as we tried to emphasize, Lambo is intentionally banking and hiding all these lings for a massive link flood. He gets in! Oh, the Reynor, he gets in. That should not have happened. He gets in. He confirms. And we have to pull the trigger. Yeah, we have to pull the trigger here. Lambo, he does rush across the map. Lambo, can he break the third? Can he break the expansion? Queens, they push forward. Reynor, he's making his own Zerglings. Hatchery's getting low. Lambo trying to collapse in. He does have the higher link counts, but the Queens do add a lot of support. Yeah, the Queens are supporting, and Reynor holds. Oof, Reynor, he does hold on. He deflects Lambo. Ay, ay, ay. Lambo, he was so committed to this, and it did not pay off. Yeah, it did not pay off in the end. And that means Lambo's behind. Lambo, he's behind, and no, he may even just lose the third. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, it's already late. It's late to begin with. It's gonna go down. Better fight for Reynor, better concave. Oh, that's a kill! Oh, no. GG. GG gets called, and Reynor takes game number 1. GG, well played. A cheeky build here by Lambo, cheeky mind game, winding it back. Remember, Lambo, he went for a 15-15, he went for a late gas geyser, but he tried to hide it. He intentionally went for a late gas geyser, trying to make it look like he was going 2-base Roach, trying to catch his opponent off guard with a massive Link Flood, but Reynor got in. Reynor, he was able to slip into the bases, he was also playing it safe, he had time to react, he pushed his queens forward, he saved his third. That was game. That was game then and there. That Link Flood needed to do more damage. With it failing to do damage, it meant that he lost map control, and it meant that he could not save his third. There was no saving that third base, not without any kind of setup, not without Banelings, not without Roaches. GG. GG, well played. Lambo in the end gets punished, and now we're getting into game number 2. Going to be loading into Winter Madness. Let's go. Let us go. A much larger map in the map pool. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the German Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Shopify. Down in the series, we'll see if he mounts back. It is Lambo. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player. The red Zerg player, the Italian Zerg for Basilisk. It is Reynor. So I'm just catching up with the YouTube chat. Sorry, I've been a little bit engrossed in the casting. I'm at the age where I've admitted I'm not good at doing the gaming myself anymore. I mean, if you're in reference to StarCraft, like StarCraft for the most part is a spectator sport. For better or for worse, like the vast majority of people that watch StarCraft do not play StarCraft. So it's fine. Like, it's okay, papi. It's okay. It is a difficult game, for sure. It's difficult. Can enjoy it from afar. Like the majority of people that view StarCraft. Nothing wrong with that. At this level, Terran should never lose if they get 3 bases. That is a big misconception regarding ZvZ. 3 bases is very standard. It's very normal. Yeah, I'm curious as to what kind of content you've been exposed to come to that conclusion, because that is not correct. That is, yeah, 3 CC is standard in ZvZ. I would say that I would push back against that and say that the 4th base is more crucial for the Terran play, and if they can establish the 4th, then they get a massive lead. This is in regards to ZvZ. And often Zerg players have to fight for the 4th. That's why, if you remember, in that final game between Lambo and Maru, Lambo was fighting hard to make sure the 4th base was not saturated and was not mining freely. So I would say that you're a little bit misguided in that opinion, that it's not necessarily about the 3rd, it's about the 4th base. Like that's like a big power spike for the Terran. In most matchups. Meanwhile, fast Evo Chamber. Ooh, okay, cheeky move here. I don't know if you noticed this, but no link speed. Basically, I believe this should be a +1 melee into link speed lined up with each other. Lambo is going for a link flood. So he's going for a link flood, a big all in at Lambo. It's a different variation than what we saw last time. Now, the way this works is you begin with +1 melee, and then you get link speed, and it's lined up. Because melee does take longer to produce, longer to actually finish as the upgrade. So these 2 upgrades will line up with each other. And it should be a big link flood here by Lambo. Now, once again, it is paramount that Lambo denies the scout. He failed to deny the scout last time, and you can even see here he has a drone in position. He has to make sure that Reynor doesn't see. Right now, just like last time, Reynor has no Baneling nest. Just like last time, there's no reason for a Baneling nest. Lambo, he's confirming there's no 3rd base. So once again, theoretically, in ZvZ, if there is no 3rd, that means it should be 2-base Roach. It should be 2-base Lair. It should be 2-base play. So you don't want to waste your resources on a Baneling nest. We can see that Lambo's trying to work with that and try to metagame his opponent and try to abuse the fact that Reynor should not have a nest. Now we're rolling up. Again, this is just for show. And we should soon be starting to bank up those lings. Should be banking them up. Now, this time the wall is solid, and I believe this time Reynor should not get into the natural. So here we go. Again, the lings are banking. Yeah, more Lings. As we mentioned before, +1 melee and Ling speed, they're lined up with each other. And it's soon going to be all or nothing for Lambo. Reynor back at home. He's droning. Oof, he's droning up quite heavily here, taking gases. Reynor, here he comes. Yeah, now he knows. Now Reynor knows, but it's a late realization, a late scout for Reynor. The pants are down. He evacuates. He just gives up on the third base. He pulls away. He needs the wall. Oh, it's a late wall. Late wall. Late. We have low HP. Lings, they hit the third base, but it's not about the third. It's about the natural. It's about Reynor. Can Lambo kill? Roaches are amassing. Reynor going for the counterattack. Bold move. They'll slip away. They'll slip by. So far, the wall here is solid. Oh no! Oh, Queen gets surrounded. Yeah, Reynor getting a little bit too cavalier there. Does get caught. Does get surrounded. Another Queen is getting low. There's no transfuse. And Reynor, he will lose a second Queen. Roach gets surrounded as well. At the same time, Reynor does get across the map for a counterattack. These Lings, they've achieved a lot of damage so far. Catching at 2 Queens, a Roach and the expansion. Back at home, Roaches, they defend. And remember, Lambo has not made a drone. He has not droned in minutes. Like, behind this is going for a Roach all-in. Went for the Ling Flood into the Roach follow-up. He has not been droning, not taking gases, no nothing. Meanwhile, Reynor, he's still droning and still taking up into mutas. Right now, he needs Roaches. And he's going to get caught out. The pants are completely down. Here we go. The army gets seen. The army gets spotted. Now Reynor knows. He needs Roaches more than anything. Yes, build up. There we go. There's a cancellation. He gets a refund. We got 5 more Roaches on the way. Throws down a wall of Spine Crawlers as well. Good call. 2 more Spine Crawlers. He's rebuilding his Roach Horn in preparation to lose his Roach Horn as well. Smart move out of Reynor. Yeah, that Warren is going to go down. Nice foresight. As things, they collapse in for this round. Yeah, nice round. Locks down the army. The Wilds. Oh my god, Wilds, they connect. And Lambo, it looks like he's done it. Yeah, Lambo has done it. Reynor was just too greedy. Reynor, he was just too greedy here in the follow-up. He believed that Lambo was macroing. That's why he got the Spire. That's why he droned up. That's why he teched up. And GG gets called, and Lambo ties up the series 1-1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Again, Lambo doing a much better job at hiding the all-in this time. He was able to hide the all-in. He was able to keep it hidden from Reynor. Reynor also, because I would imagine, he believed that that Lambo would not all-in 2 games in a row. He was also a little bit more careless and a little more greedy here, just droning, saturating, taking up as well, taking extra gases. Like, Reynor was so greedy this game without confirming what was going on, and he got punished for it. In the end, did get punished, and now we're getting to game number 3. Let's go. We're getting into the ace match. I play StarCraft. Will I try? I mean, yeah. It's still, of course, enjoyable to play, but like I guess what I'm saying is I'm understanding for those that maybe don't necessarily delve into StarCraft themselves. We're 12 pulling, by the way. In the bottom right hand corner here of 10,000 feet, we have the German Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Shopify going for the 12 pool. It is Lambo. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player, the Italian Zerg representing Basilisk, going for a standard opener. It is Reynor. Oh, I say standard. My apologies. He's going for... I was going to say 15-15. Just never mind. Going for the initial drone. Going for the initial 15. Does go for the hatchery. He may go for a pool before gas. We'll see if Reynor goes for a slightly safer variation. We'll see. Oh, this is not a regular 12 pool. I didn't see the timing of the gas. My apologies. Was this 12-11? This might have been a 12-11 here, but again, so the pool timing is the same as a 12 pool. That is true, but the gas follow-up is meant to catch its opponent off guard. So very quickly here, just to explain the build. A 12 pool is not an all-in. A 12 pull it is an early link timing, but it is not an all-in. So because of that, Reynor should be having a relatively lax defense. Reynor should be pulling the boys, right? So there are some mind games going on here. With this link timing, Lambo, he wants to force Reynor to pull the boys to defend his natural, and then bam, he's gonna get caught off guard by the early gas and by the Baneling Nest. Remember, there's no link speed. There's a very cheeky variation going into gas, going to the Baneling Nest. These Banelings are gonna be they're going to be a surprise here for Reynor. And Lambo wants Reynor to pull the boys. And Reynor should. So links have arrived. Yep, the boys are being pulled. He's forcing this kind of defense. Baneling Nest is just not finishing, and where are the Banelings? We have to get them ready. There we go. Banelings are morphing in. And again, Lambo, he wants to lure the... Oh my god. he wants to force a fight out in the open. Oh no, does he see? Gee, I don't think he did. I don't think he saw the Banelings, not yet. Again, here they come. Yeah, Banelings are revealed. Reynor has to get the hell out of here. He has to pull away. And we're holding onto the Banelings so far. Zoning back the Lings. Yeah, Ling's going to be zoned away. Getting on top of the Spine Crawler. So far, good zoning with the Banelings. Ooh, there's the first connection. But the second Baneling gets targeted. Yeah, second Baneling gets targeted here. The Queens are now out. And now we have 2 Queens, and that means Reynor holds. Yeah, Reynor, he does hold, he does defend. That again, if Lambo was able to force a fight with those drones and connect with the Banelings and actually engage here in the low ground, like that could have been game. It was close. It was close, but Reynor, he comes down with the Queens, he defends his natural, and Reynor, he will hold. Meanwhile, Lambo back at home is now taking his very late expansion and droning. I mean, I think that's just game. I'll be honest. Like like that he had to kill Lambo. He had to kill then and there. Lambo is so far behind. The soup is lying to you. Like right now, the supplies are close, but the timing of the base is brutal. Like Reynor just has so much larva. He just has so much larva to work with in comparison. So Reynor can drone off that much faster. So Reynor, he's droning faster. On top of that, remember, Lambo, he didn't rush into early link speed or anything like that. So much later link speed here by Lambo. He's pulling back into gas. That is interesting to me. So this makes sense. Lambo knows he's behind, right? Like, I'm like, oh, this is rough. Lambo, he's also saying, oh, this is rough. Lambo is in a really rough position. The fact that he's still mining gas here tells me that he's most likely going for a Bane bust. There's no reason to mine this much gas this quickly this early on. Like, especially with such a low economy. We have a third hatchery on the way. In my mind, this will just be for larva. We'll see. We'll see if Lambo does try to wall up and wall off and go for a lair. But in my mind, it's going to be aggression out of Lambo. Especially after a 12 pull, because it's very common after a failed 12 pull to skip link speed because your gas is so limited. He cancels. Oh. I mean, I said it was very common to skip link speed. He cancels link speed, pulls out of gas. He's going to macro. Without link speed, there's no all-in. Yep, there's no all-in. He gets the refund. He's going for the lair. This feels a little bit indecisive out of Lambo, I'll be honest. Like, if he never wanted to go into link speed, we would have seen a much faster lair, right? The lair would have been much faster instead. And we would not have as much excess gas either. So this feels very messy out of Lambo. It feels like he was a little bit indecisive. He changed his mind. And now we're going into a later lair, and we're going to try to macro out of this. Meanwhile, here comes Reynor. Here comes Reynor going for the third. There are some Banelings to defend. Likewise, Reynor moving in. Let's be careful. Oh my god. Does pull away. Baits out one of the Banelings. Baits out one of the... he gets one. But it's taking a long time here to deal with these Banelings. Gets a second. There's one left. And one Baneling remaining. Ooh, at the same time, he gets into the natural. 12 drones go down. Lambo was already behind. And Lambo, he was distracted. I was distracted. Ay, ay, ay. The distraction was real. Banelings, they graze the army. And with that, Reynor's looking very comfortable. And Reynor could just drone. He can just drone up, but for now he's making roaches. Making wave of roaches. Behind this, do you see what I see? No lair. There is no lair. That is intentional. Reynor, he may just commit here into a hatch tech all-in. Because his lair is very late. But he takes his gases. Taking gases, okay, yeah. He takes his gases, so he's going for his lair. So it's going to be a very late tech here for Reynor. That is the one advantage that Lambo has, is earlier lair and earlier roach speed, and potentially earlier spire, right? Like this lair tech, it can be useful. There's a chance, there's some opportunity, some. God. Never mind, Lambo, he gives up on the third. Yeah, the third base is going to go down. Lambo, he has no roaches, he has no army. Oh no! Didn't miss the lings. Expansion goes down. And at this point, Lambo, he has to be forced into an all-in. Back at home, I would hope that Reynor isn't too greedy, right? Like Reynor, he knows he just killed a base, so there's no need to fully saturate. He is taking his gases. He's joining up to 66. That is full three-way saturation. So very greedy here from Reynor. Sorry, very greedy from Reynor. He just fully drones up on 3 bases. I would say he does not need a 4th. Just make roaches, Pappy. He's even getting a Hydra Den. I mean, the den makes sense. I don't think he plans on making Hydras, but this is in case it was a Spire, right? Like, he doesn't know right now. There could be a hidden Spire behind this. So mutas could be an issue. Lambo trying to force his way in. Nice baiting connection there for Reynor. And nice connection. It is going to be a close hold here as Roaches, they push forward, they get on top of the Ravagers. But with defender's advantage, Reynor holds. Yeah, Reynor, he does hold on. The Queens arrive as well. I mean, it's all or nothing for Lambo. What else can he do, Pappy? It's all or nothing. We do have some Roaches getting picked off, but there's no chance to use that. But GG gets called. There are just too many defensive Roaches, and Reynor will claim the series 2-1, advancing on into the playoffs. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Congratulations here to Reynor for claiming the series. Lambo, he had an interesting build. Again, I really liked the opener. Remember, he went for a 12 pull into hidden and early gas geyser into a cheeky, like, early 2 Banelings, which almost caught Reynor off guard. Remember, we spoke about it. Like, the goal there was to lure down the drones, to force him to fight in the low ground, and then bam, catch him off guard with the Banelings. But as soon as Reynor saw those Banelings, he got the hell out of there. He pulled back, he threw down his Spine Crawler, masked up his Lings, and we saw that Lambo, he was trading decently, but he didn't get the damage he was hoping for. As you mentioned, like, he was all in, like, he needed more damage. He had to deal some kind of economic damage specifically, but he failed to do so. And then it was just a rocky follow-up from there. Like, there were maybe some opportunities here and there for, like, an all-in, but Lambo tried to macro out of it and was a little bit indecisive as well, is what I will say. If you remember, like, he was getting link speed, then he cancelled, then he got a lair. Like, it was a little bit indecisiveness there. Indecisiveness from Lambo. GG, well played, but a cheeky opener and a cheeky build nonetheless. And with that, Reynor, he does make it through. He does advance on into the playoffs. Congratulations here to Reynor. But yo, Lambo's been a beast tonight. Let's catch up on the bracket, Pappy. Here we go. As a reminder, this is a GSL group. It's a GSL format group here. We initially had Reynor versus Creator. Reynor did take that series 2-0 to advance on into the winners match. Lambo took down Maru. That was crazy, Pappy. He took down Maru 2-1. We saw Maru being very greedy in the first 2 games. We saw Maru embracing mech in game 3 as well, and Lambo was able to shut him down. Very impressive play there by Lambo. And even here against Reynor, Lambo, he forced the ace match. Like, I could definitely see some of these. I mean, it was very mind game heavy, right? It's like every game had purpose. Every game was cheeky in their own way. A hyper aggression of Lambo. Game 1, he went for a hidden Ling Flood. Game 2, he went for a +1 more committed Ling Flood. Here in game 3, he went for the 12 pool with the early gas as well. Like, it was, again, a very intentional builds here from Lambo, and he was tripping Reynor up at least a little bit. Was tripping up. But GG well played. With that, we have 2 series left here tonight. We have the elimination match. That is going to be the best of 3 between Creator and Maru to confirm the first player to be knocked out of Group A. And then we have the decider match to confirm who will join Reynor in the playoffs. Will it be Lambo or the winner of Creator and Maru? Oh boy. So we have 2 matches remaining, 2 series left. For now, though, we are again, just over the halfway mark in the broadcast. We're going to be cutting to a short break. Cutting to a break. Just catching up. Oh. But yes, we're going to be cutting to a short break, and when we come back, we'll have our next series. We'll have our next matchup. We'll see you soon. I see in the chat. Could Reynor have noticed that Lambo didn't have link speed while he was dealing with Lambo's lings, and maybe figured out the bailing plan? No. So just to before we cut to a break, just to very quickly explain the build. 12 pools. The reason why the banelings were a surprise is because a 12 pool, which is what Lambo went for, and which is the timing that Lambo hit, typically do not have gas. So Reynor, he would not be expecting ling speed or banelings. Like, neither one of those should be there, which is why this build was as creative as it was to catch Reynor off guard with the banelings. Again, Reynor didn't realize that there were any banelings until he saw them. Then he got the hell out of there. Then he pulled away. Then he reacted. Oh, but here we go. But it's all good. It's all good. Makes some cool to see Lambo make some noise against Snobrax. Yeah, for sure. Like, Lambo, he's a really smart player, especially in ZvZ. I mean, there's a reason why he coached Reynor, right? Even though Lambo maybe mechanically is weaker than Reynor, like, the mind is there, Pappy. The mind is there. For sure. But with that, we're going to be cutting to a short break. And when we come back, we'll have our next series. We'll have Creator versus Maru. We'll see you soon. See you soon after the break.